Brother Chase, when someone tells a perfect lie, the truth is unbelievable.
That's a fact. Real.
When I talk to people and I
Absolutely.
tell them this, they look at me and they say, say what?
Oh, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It's hard to, you
It
telling me that there
is.
was a human being in San Diego, a black woman, 90,000 years old. Come on, Brother Kaba, is that what you're telling me?
Right,
Yeah.
right,
In
right.
fact, I'm telling you that you can find bones that are older than hers in America,
Mm, right.
and they black.
Mm-hmm.
The second movement were the Clovis Folsom, Clovis
Okay.
Folsum,
Right. The
Clovis
Clovis
Folsom.
people. Right, right.
Okay, the Clovis people. Now, they're Africans too, but they're taller.
Mm-hmm.
They're called Clovis Folsom because they were found in New Mexico by a brother, by the way. His name was McJunker. You know,
Okay.
he was an archaeologist and anthropologist, but he couldn't get no respect because he was black. But he was the one that
Mm-hmm.
came out with these bones, called the Clovis Folsom, found in Clovis and Folsom, New Mexico.
Okay. So that's where they get the name, the Folsom people.
Exactly. They get it
Okay.
from what we today call Folsom
Right, right.
and Clovis, New
Mm-hmm.
Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
The third migration is going to come thousands of years after that, and those are the Algonquin.
Right.
Okay? They are
Mm-hmm.
mixed with African, but they've been touched by the people who have been impacted by the Ice Age.
Mm-hmm.
So some are not as melanated as the original two groups. Now
Mm.
you got three groups that have melded together. The fourth group is called the Inuit, Innuit. That's a derogatory term. So for what we call Eskimo.
Okay.
Eskimo is a derogatory term, like pygmy is a derogatory
Okay.
term. They come up in much larger numbers, but the fifth are Asians that are avoiding Genghis Khan and Mongol invasions.
Right. And that's normally where Europeans start. They start with that's the Bering Strait
That's right.
crew. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
The first Africans that came to America came from Africa.
Right.
They did not come across the Bering Strait.
Right.
There is a shorter distance between the coast of Africa, and the other thing is that they probably came from Southern Africa, because some of the
Right.
older bones also we find are in Brazil.
Absolutely.
We find, that front cover of David Imhotep's book, that's a picture of a brother from Tierra del Fuego, which is the southernmost point of South America.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
because we're in the United States and we're dealing with Europeans, everything is geared towards what we call the continental United States.
Right.
So they're coming down across the Bering Strait. They're the fifth migration. They
Okay.
blend with the other four, and that is who is met by the Europeans in 1492. Even they were black.
Right. Right.
Because to be red, because it's obvious that the indigenous people looking at these Europeans saw such a stark difference in the way they look.
Mm-hmm.
They call them pale face.
Mm.
And when the pale face, the Europeans looked at the Native American, there was a stark difference in the complexion. They call them the red man.
Right.
You don't get
Right.
to be red without mixing with brown and dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Exactly.
just science.
Yeah.
So it's right in front of us. So when I hear a lot of African folk talk about the Africans who did not come via the enslavement process, that is a correct statement.
Right.
Brother Chase, you could have, the folk that are listening to this interview could have the blood of the original Africans that were here 100,000 years ago.